Hey everyone, get those last minute reminders out to your team. I'm going to throw it in the chat one more time for you guys to pop it into your group chats. Let them know we are starting right now. And today is April 1st. So if you're watching this today, you're watching the replay, or whenever you're watching it, this is a great video and training when it all surrounds around goals. And some people are great goal setters. Some people are not great goal setters. Some are in between. Some have no goals set whatsoever. They just are like, oh yeah, I got them in my head. And I'm here to tell you, like, that doesn't work. Just saying, it just doesn't work. You're not serious about growing your business and having a successful future unless you're willing to commit to writing things down and holding yourself accountable. So if you guys are cool with it, I am going to cover what goal setting looks like in my business, in my life, and things like that. I was absolutely blessed as a high schooler to have an incredible coach, multiple coaches in my athletics that taught me the foundational skills of goal setting. And I didn't even know we were being taught that, right? How many of you guys had somebody from your past, high school, college, or even just recently that has really shared with you or taught you without even knowing they're teaching you, or you knowing they're teaching you that, how to set goals and how to be accountable to yourself for those goals. So many people, they don't set goals. Why? Because once we get into the real world, most people become employees. And employees have a day list of all the things they need to get done, right? You have the list of this XYZ, and you have, by the end of the day, you need to get all these tasks done and accomplished. Well, those are goals. They just call them employee tasks. So we get so used to having it already done for us that when we become entrepreneurs, when we take that step into this space of sales and entrepreneurship, we don't have the skills of goal setting and especially of our own personal accountability to those goals. Can you guys all agree with that? Like, you guys have any like, yep, totally been there. I'm there now. I love when people chat with me because I feel like I'm talking to nobody right now. No, lots of you are on. So with that being said, I want to go through this because you may be goal setting, but I want you to stretch those goal setting muscles just a little bit, because when you start to stretch those goal setting muscles, you really start to see how freaking incredible you are and how much you accomplish, because we do not write all the things down that we are accomplishing. We don't celebrate those small wins, but when you get really good at goal setting and making it a whole balance of goals, you start checking those things off and you're like, look back and you're like, pat myself on the back, man, I had a freaking incredible month. Because it's not just about business. It's not just about your health. It's not just about your savings. It's not just about your relationships. It's about all things. And we only set goals, most everybody only sets goals on their rank. I want to get to 4K. What the hell does that even mean, right? Like, sorry, but that's just me being real. This is who you're going to get the real Natasha here. But what does that even mean? Because yeah, that's a goal, but how do you get there? So we got to break this stuff down, right? Got to break this stuff down. So you'll want a pen and paper because we're going to work through this, and you may not have the answers to these specifics right this second, but I want you to go get those and then make them. Okay. So you're going to get past numbers and data, but you're going to then create new numbers and data for your goals. So the first thing I do is I reflect back on March or the month prior. What did I accomplish? What didn't I accomplish, right? So what was my QV? So let's just talk business to give you an idea. What was my QV for March? What was my BV PV, sorry, my personal volume? What was my qualification volume? What was my personal volume? How many new customers did I get? How many new free accounts did I get? How many new promoters? How many VIPs happened last month? How many rank ups happened last month, right? Those numbers You may not have written them down. You may have, if you didn't, no big deal. You can go back and figure those things out, or you can make sure you write them down at the end of April, right? So the very last day of the month, I write all these numbers down. I take screenshots actually of my business snapshot area. Each section I take screenshots that tells me how all those numbers I just said, because I can reflect back on February and see what my VIP numbers were compared to March. And that tells me how many new VIPs we had on the team, right? So these are just reflection numbers, awareness of where you ended. So then you can create the stretch goals for where you want to go in April. And it's way more than a rank, you guys. It's way more than a rank. So I take those same things, QV, PV, new customers, free accounts, new promoters, VIPs, and rank ups, and I create my stretch goals on that. So QV is obviously going to be your team, every single person. That's where you can put your rank, right? You can put that rank. You can put 8,000 QV. You can put 12,000 QV. But then the next one is your personal volume. That's your orders and your customer orders and referrals. So where did you end in March, and what do you want to achieve in April? That's your personal volume stretch goal. So you want to write that down. You want to write down how many new customers you want that are ordering, brand new customers that are ordering. How many new free accounts? Don't forget about how powerful those free accounts are. My goal every single week is to get 10 new free accounts, which equals, for the whole month, my overall month goal is 40 free accounts every single month. That's a stretch goal, right? Because sometimes I'll get 7 free accounts, sometimes I'll get 12, sometimes I'll get 2, but my goal is always at the end of the month, I want to be as close to 40 as I possibly can or beyond. That's a stretch goal. How many new promoters? If we're not focused on getting business partners, then we're not going to get business partners. How many new VIPs? That means your whole team. How many people on your team would you like that come in from last month to this month? So if I had 12 last month hit VIPs, my goal as an entire team is to get to 14. Let's go 2 more than that. That's a stretch goal. And then how many rank ups? How many rank ups did you have in your team last month? And how many do you want to see this month? Because it is still Operation Winning. This is a crazy month. This is where, I mean, you thought March was crazy when you were seeing people being celebrated on your team or on other teams. April is going to be nuts, you guys. Like there's going to be people that didn't do anything the last few months of this Operation Winning campaign. And this month they're just like, I'm in, I'm all in. I have 1 month, let's go. It's because everybody procrastinates. Like everybody does. So now they're like, oh crap, this is my last month to earn this. I got to get to work. So think about those things. Okay. So those are the goals. That's when it comes to business. That's the things that I write down. That's how I reflect. When you look at those numbers for yourself, drop in the chat. Are you now realizing how to, or what your stretch goal is? Always working outside that comfort zone. Always working outside that comfort zone. All right, I'm going to see here. If you are not focused on your promoters, you will not get promoters. 100%. Yes. That is it. When people say, I can't get business partners, I'm like, are you even focused on? How many people have you shared the opportunity with this week? Well, no one. Okay, well, we're not focused on promoters. You're not going to get promoters unless you focus on promoters and offer them the opportunity to learn more. Okay, so this just doesn't do just that, right? We can be so goal set and so goal oriented when it comes to our business, which is great. But how many of you guys want to feel fulfilled? Like you want your whole life to feel like you're winning. So I also write down some personal goals. How financially, how much do I want to save this month? How much do I want to pay off this month, right? Debt, all that stuff. How much do I want to put here? I write all these numbers down, you guys, and I reflect back from last month. What did I do? And what do I want to do this month? Sometimes it's the same, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. It really does depend. Financially, what are your goals? Relationships. I write down names of individuals that I'm like, gosh, I haven't talked to them in forever. I need to connect with them. I need to give them a phone call, family, friends, relatives, all the people, team members. So when it comes to relationships, I write down all the names that come to mind that I really need to touch base with. This is not my follow-up. This is just relationship goals. I also then make sure that where am I with my spouse? Am I getting, am I giving him enough of what he needs, like date nights and conversation time and all of that? And then I write down those goals. So then I'm more aware. So each day I'm like, have I sat down and phone away and talked to Jeremy? Have we scheduled date night for the next 4 weeks? Oh my gosh, we got to get this in. Oh my gosh, where am I going to get it? Because I have soccer and baseball and all these things going on, right? So I do relationship goals. I do health goals. What are my goals for my nutrition personally? What are my goals for workouts personally, right? In March, my goal was to work out every single day, to close all of my Apple rings, my health rings, every single day. I accomplished that. So what am I going to do in April to make that a stretch goal? I'm going to change my numbers and stretch those goals. It's no longer going to be 600 burned calories. It's going to be 800 calories burned in a day. So my goal is still to do all the circles, but I went from 600 calories to 800. That's a stretch goal, you guys. I was able to do all 31 days. So I need to increase my abilities here. Okay. And then self-care. I put self-care goals down. Maybe that's one massage this month. Maybe it's a pedicure. Maybe it's a quiet bath once a week. Maybe it's a, laugh and a movie and laughter with friends, right? That's self-care. I put that in my self-care. That's where I put that one. When I need to have a night out with girlfriends. So yeah, baths are key. I mean, I put a bath in this brand new house that we built, and I've been in that bathtub one time. So I'm just saying I did it because I know, but it just hasn't happened. Okay, so that's some personal goals. The other place as you are a promoter with Lavelle, log into your cloud office. And down at the bottom, you're going to see, goals that they have set for you as well as you go through your journey with Lavelle. Which of those goals are you like, I'm getting a check mark on that sucker this month? And write those things down. I also look at any of the trackers when it comes to, the lifestyle getaways, the auto bonus, and that. I look at those trackers and go, all right, what do I need to achieve to make that happen? Like Auto Elite. 1 month I'll have 22 auto ships, and the next month I have like 8. I don't know. It's like every other month they like to order. So my goal is to even that out. And so knowing that, I write those things down. All right. Any questions about that? Rob, get that 5K paycheck. You got this. Like, check that sucker off in April. Yes. Yes. Yes, bud.
Can we go in the corn?
Yes, you can go in the cornfield. Please be careful. Do not use sticks to hit each other or anything crazy, okay? Thank you.
We're only using sticks to like build stuff.
Okay, great. Awesome. It's really cold out. You need coats on.
Oh, everybody has coats on.
Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. I have 6 boys here as well today. So 6 boys. It's crazy in this house. But okay, so any questions about any of that stuff, business, personal goals, things like that, drop in the chat. I want to answer those things for you. Yes. It's crazy with all these boys, but they're good. They're good kids. Okay, next thing that I also do, and this might be like a bonus for you guys. It might be extra. But here's the thing I have learned, and the door is wide open because I'm getting, okay, now it's closed. Okay, it was freezing. So I learned a long time ago from some incredible, successful people, from books and mentors. Like, everyone was giving me the same thing. How you start your day is how your day is going to go, right? So I know what my business goals are. I know what my personal goals are. Now I want to just get real specific. And what is my goals for each morning? How am I starting my day? If you guys already have a morning routine, I would love for you to drop it in the chat, because some people, myself including, we like to see examples because we may be missing something, like that gap that's not in our morning routine that, man, if I added that, my day would be like mind blowing. Drop your morning routines, because these are goals, you guys. Like waking up every day and accomplishing your morning routine is a goal that when achieved is like, you should celebrate that. Like you should seriously celebrate that. Okay, so morning routine for me is I wake up at 6:30. I hit snooze once because Thrive still doesn't get me out of bed. I hate mornings. I truly do. And that's the only thing Thrive has not done for me, is make me a morning person. But as soon as I take the capsules, I become a morning person. So I wake up at 6:30. I'm on a Zoom by 6:45 with my team. We do a morning 15-minute Zoom. And so at 6:45, I'm on a Zoom. Can anyone guess why I chose to do that? I am held accountable to get my butt out of bed when I don't have to. I technically don't have to get up at 6:30, right? I had to do that. So if you're like me and you need something to hold you accountable, make it happen. Do it with your team. Even if your team only has one person or two people or five people, show up for them. Guess what? You get out of bed. Okay. So I do that. I wake up, I take my capsules, I make my shake, I get into my office, 6:45, I hit Zoom, I'm on there and we talk. We do training, we do work, all that stuff for 15 minutes. I drink my shake after that. I do my 30 reach outs immediately between 7 and 7:30. Every single reach out is done for the day that I know I need to. Like that's my minimum. My minimum is 30 a day. Yours might be 10. Yours might be 5. Get those done immediately. Then I go into my gratitude journal and I gratitude about all the things the day before, right? Just gratitude journaling. I manifest the future in my gratitude journaling and all of that. From there, I go into my exercise and then my nutrition. Okay, so that is how my morning goes. But my morning would not look like that if I didn't hold myself accountable with a Zoom at 6:45. So if it's not happening for you, you got to find that accountability that's going to make you do the first thing to jumpstart your day. Okay. All right. So yes, I love these. Yes, yes, yes. Wake up, no electronics, affirmations, gratitude, 45 minutes of video inspiration, goal journaling, and then you start the day. You are a rock star, Melissa. Yes, you all are. Oh my gosh, I love these. So here's where you guys can look at this and go, wow, I really like that morning routine. I would definitely challenge you to also post in your team chat or in your team page to ask, like, what is your morning routine? And get your team and others thinking about, man, I don't know. What is it? Guys, that's your first goal accomplished in the day, right? Some people in their morning routine is to make their bed, and that's an accomplishment, huge accomplishment to start your day. So that's part of it too. So, all right. The second thing I do that's extra is, what are my evening goals? How I start my day and close my day are the most important parts of my goal setting, my daily routine. Everything in between, I have no control over, right? I don't have any control of if we have practice or we have games or we have a kid crying or we have blood here or we have messages coming in from pissed off shipping customers and all kinds of stuff, right? I can't control that. But what I can control is my morning and my end. So at the end of the day, I also do a little bit of gratitude. And my gratitude at the end of the day is gratitude for all the obstacles or frustrations I had for the day. So I'm grateful I overcame X. I'm grateful we worked through this. I'm grateful I'm done with that. So I always end with usually 5 gratitudes. I close out any loops that are open, right? And what that means is you opened a message but didn't close it out. You didn't answer it, you didn't complete it. I always close out all my loops. And then I do my affirmations at night personally, so that I can go to bed with a very clear mind. And I shut my phone off. Like my phone is not, it's on, it's gone. There is no notifications, there's nothing. My phone is shut off. So think about how you start your morning, how you end your day. What are some changes you might want to make? And these are goals, you guys. These are goals. You may not have you may not have put those in that category of goals, but it truly is a goal. These are goals. And then just to kind of go over a couple more things that I do on April 1st or the 1st of any month is I prepare for the month. So we went over all these goals, but we didn't actually prepare and take action to set us up for an incredible, successful month. So the first thing I do is I go through my team, my customers, I go through that report and I look at who is scheduled for auto ships on the 5th, the 10th, the 15th, the 20th, and the 25th. I make that list, all their names. I make their list and what day. So I have it chunked up into each day, and I have sticky notes right here on the side of my computer that have April 5th, April 10th, April 20th, 15th, April 20th, April 25th. And I know exactly who's already scheduled for that. Now those may change, right? People will pause or some people will be added to the auto ship. But this is my base list to start the month. So do you have your auto ship list for April? You're also going to want to look back to all your March orders and go, man, this person didn't hit auto ship. I need to get them on auto ship by the 20th so they don't run out of products. So then I put their name, I put a line. So I have my auto ships that are scheduled. Then I put a line. And these are people I need to make sure I talk to get them on auto ship, or they're going to run out of product. Okay, these are my customers' goals, right? These are customer goals. This also is going to check the mark off to make sure I'm reaching my personal volume goal that we set in the very beginning. The second thing I do when it comes to the list is I reach out to team members and I make sure I know if they have goals set, I know what those goals are. I have my notepad here, and I have a notebook that says April 2021 team members goals. And then every time I talk to somebody and they share their goals with me, I write their name down in there because number one, I care and I want to hold them accountable and I want to give them the support they need and want to reach those goals. I do a social media calendar. Some of you guys, social media is like, you love it and you hate it, right? Because it takes up a lot of your time and you don't feel like you're providing enough value and you don't know what to say today and all those things. I used to be like that. I totally understand. I used to hate social media, but I loved it because I got so much business from it. And what changed was I then went in and I started creating social media plans for every single page or group or anything that I'm in. And so the stress of that went from high and very all over the place to extremely low. So for me, this is an additional training. I'm not going to talk about it today, but for me, I use Buffer. And in Buffer, I can schedule out all of my posts for everything. Instagram, I only open that to look at stories. I am posting in my stories. I already have my posts created for April that are already scheduled to be posted automatically. And that, guys, that's what time freedom, that's when you start getting that time freedom. So what are your goals when it comes to social media? You want to show up every day. Are you showing up every day with great content and being seen and providing value and entertaining people and educating people? Or are you just showing up and throwing something out there, right? So if your goal is to enhance your social media, you might want to think about, doing a week of content in advance. And it's super simple to use Buffer. It really is. That's one of the ones I like the best. So I do a social media calendar, and then I take a blank piece of paper that's a calendar, right? So I print off a paper calendar, 2 of them. I have one for team promos and one for customer promos. I don't know when Lavelle's going to launch their promos, so I create a plan for my team promos and for my customer promos. So I know on the 1st of April, I'm going to launch a promo to my team from April 1st through the 4th, which is this weekend, that it's all about free accounts. So it's already launched in our team page. I didn't have to think about it because I had it on the calendar and I just posted about it, and now I'll let it run. So I do that for my team promos and I do that for my customer promos. That way I don't have to like sit and go, oh my gosh, it's the 20th and I haven't done anything for my customers this month. Guys, this is all about goal setting. This is all about planning and preparing for success versus just literally running your business like you're throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping something sticks, right? I want you guys to have massive success. I've done business with my head chopped off running around. I've done business with it half attached. I've done business with it fully attached. I can tell you the stress level, the success, the results, and the like accountability and commitment that you get is literally mind-blowing, so much higher when you are goal setting and preparing for success, because now you can just plug and play and it's fun. I know I talked about a lot of stuff, a ton of stuff, but this is truly what I go through every single month. I am a 200K, I am multimillionaire in the company, and this is how I stay grounded. This is how I stay focused. This is how I stay in the zone, in the trenches. There's not a month that goes by that I'm not reaching the goals. I don't have a PPA of at least 10 to 20 personally. I am in the trenches just like you guys, but this is how I start my month. This is how I do create that success, because now I know how many people I need to talk to, how many orders I need to focus on, how many people I need to support, who in my team is going for certain goals that I can support. I'm not just fishing out to try to find success. I am creating success. And I want that for you guys. So I absolutely love that you guys all were on. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to look over here at the thing. Chas, I see Susan's driving. So, but Chas, if you have anything you want to add, you definitely can unmute and share. I'm going to look through some of these to answer questions.
Well, I first of all, thanks for this, Natasha. You know, I have my planner here, and I just shared in our team page, you know, if I go back and look in my office right now, I'm a 4K. And I just want to be very transparent with you guys that, you know, you as a team closed at multiple millions, like one of our highest months in 7 years. And right now I'm sitting at 4K. I'm a 200K VIP. I'm $1 million earner, multi-million-dollar team leader. And for me to see that 4K, it is good for me because it's a good place for me to set goals from. You know, I set goals from that tracker right now going, okay, what does that mean for me? And I don't forget why I started, why I keep going. And so as a perspective, I look at it and go, okay, right now I'm sitting at 4K. What would I be doing knowing where I can be, knowing the potential that I have here, and working as a 4K, not as I'm comfortable as a leader, I'm comfortable where the team's at. No, I'm looking and setting my goals as that 4K. So now, if you look at it, there is volume that's crazy, and it's, you know, it's just right now there's, you know, some people that are just smashing it. So I'll bring it into perspective, and I realize how easy it is to look at and go, where did I want to be as a 4K, and what was the impact? And that takes me always back to new customers, to new promoters, looking at my QV, my PV, like Natasha said, and really defining it. So many people say, I want to, I can't wait to rank advance. What does that rank advancement mean to you? I'm sorry, guys, but you don't need a title. You don't need just a rank advance to say you did it. You need to know, what is that going to do for your family? What is that going to mean for you guys? So for me, my goals are, right now I've got them in quads. It's a physical, spiritual, family, finances, business. And that is how I look at it. Very intentional. I love that Natasha said, focusing on that time with her husband, that's important. That's part of who we are. So take the time. And then I challenge you to post these somewhere. The other thing is, guys, you want new engagement. You want new people. You just learned something of value right now. You may fumble through it. You may not be as easily fluid with it as Natasha just was. You can go do a live about goal setting. How many people are in your space, professional spaces, that have not even set goals, don't do dream boards, but you can go live and go, oh my gosh, I just got off this training and I wanted to share it with you. How many of you will take the challenge to go live and say, here's what I just learned, and here's what I'm going to do with it? So you can get all the information, you can write all the goals down, you can set them all the things, but until you put a breakdown into action, assign what it's going to mean for you, and maybe you missed a goal from last month, put a new date on it. My planner says for April, it's at the front of my planner, and it says, well, let me look and see what it is. Sorry, guys. April is keep the promises you made to yourself. And that's for the entire month. So, let's get out there. Let's crush it. Remember the way we finished last night, we finished strong. Let's start strong, and let's build relationships, and let's find out what these people need. So there you go, Tosh.
Yes. Awesome. I love it. So somebody had asked a question in here. So Buffer is, yes, it is for your business page or a fan page. But personally, I have my Instagram connected to that. Right. And so when I schedule posts on Instagram, and then all I have to do is copy those over to my Facebook. So that's how I do my personal. And usually there's about 3 days a week where it's just what's happening today in my life. And so I like to keep my personal Facebook page, very relevant to what's happening today, what's happening in my life. So I don't have to create content everywhere. And so I'll pull from Instagram what was posted, because I can schedule that stuff out, but I can also be very in the moment. Like my post today was, I have 6 boys here, and they were all sitting around the kitchen table, and man, the conversation was hilarious. And some was disgusting, and some was like, I should not have heard that as your mother, stuff like that. So that was in the moment, and you want your Facebook to be very personal and real, and what is going on in your life in this moment, as well as some things that you can schedule out. So with that being said, I hope you guys got some stuff from this. I hope that you sit down today and take some real time and go through this. You truly will be grateful that you did, because even if you write it all out today and never look at it again until the end of the month, you became very committed and aware of what you want, and your subconscious mind is going to remember that. And each day you're going to show up more than you did last month, because your mind knows what you want. But I ask you to show up every morning and look at those goals and just reflect and know that today is your day, so you can get closer to those goals. That you don't, this, sorry, Lisa just posted something in the chat, made me laugh. But today is the day you take action. What happened or didn't happen yesterday is done. Don't focus on that. Focus on today, focus on tomorrow. And then tomorrow, focus on tomorrow and the next day. Stay within the present and in the future, and only look back to reflect and make yourself better and learn from those things. So have an awesome, awesome day. Thank you all. Happy April 1st. Let's crush the month. Reach out to those team members and see what they want to achieve. Lock arms and make it all happen. So we'll see you guys all on Monday. I have no idea who's talking. We have somebody scheduled. Oh, it's Lisa Fuller. Lisa is on Monday. April 5th. So we will be seeing her and she'll be bringing the fire. So see you guys.
Hey, Tosh, real
yeah.
quick. Hey,
Yeah.
I see somebody saying I want to rewatch this. Make sure that everybody knows that all of the lives, training, everything are in the VIP training vault. So you don't have to go to Natasha's page and Susan's page and Lisa's page and Courtney's, everybody's page. Everything gets uploaded in the vault. So it's there. We've got a new look, new vibe to it. So go check it out. And it's the latest and greatest. Yes, ma'am.
What is the password? Is there a password?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask that. I think it is. It's so if you go to the VIP training vault page, just the public page, it's on there, but I believe it is capital VIP 21 capital V vault. So it's vault. So I think that's it. But if you go to the, yes, I think that's it. So if you go to the public, it's a public page. It's not anybody's team page, public page. It's there. You can subscribe to text messages and get in the vault so you can get this recording. So there you go.
Perfect.
Thanks, Tosh.
You're welcome. Have a good day, everyone. See you guys.